we had a wonderful relationship. Our meetings were fun. We accomplished so much. There was such a great feeling of accomplishment. And we had such great people helping us. Lisa Curran, you heard from. Lisa was absolutely amazing. Lisa could have easily run the Century Fund without us. She didn't need us help. In fact, when they asked me to be a member of the fund, one of the things they made me promise was that I wouldn't steal Lisa from my company. And I tried not to do that. She's been wonderful. You heard the mention of Judy Harris. Judy guided us through a lot of, the completion of a fund that's been in existence for 25 years. There's a lot of legal issues connected with making that happen. She guided us through that beautifully, and she fit in perfectly with the personality of our group. And I also want to thank the investment people that are here today who did such a good job for us. Of course, the whole thing is really about Don Miller. And he had a remarkable influence on us, even though he never attended any meetings, at least since I got involved. But it was amazing how often his name came up and his thoughts of him came up, because many times we'd be looking at a request for a contribution and someone would raise the issue, I think Don Miller would have liked this one. So it was, his influence continued on indefinitely. And his legacy is going to continue on indefinitely. You heard from Al Jacobson and from Mr. Weintraub from the Art Museum. The gifts that we gave to them are to be intended for in perpetuity. And so when anybody goes to a symphony, I hope that once in a while, as they're listening to the beautiful music, that they'll think, gee, if it weren't for Don Miller, we wouldn't be here today, because that's true. One of the other things that was mentioned, and I want to bring it up again, is the other big perpetuity item is the Century Promise. The Century Promise, we put aside $6 million to fund the Century Promise. Maybe a lot of you haven't heard of it, but you will hear of it because it's changing the future of the lives of every kid in the Allentown School District who is willing to take advantage of the opportunity. So Don's memory and Don's influence is going to continue forever. I also would like to say a few words about the Community Foundation. A long time ago, I don't remember how long it was, Father Gambit and I had the assignment to go and talk to people about getting involved with the Community Foundation. And one of the things that we told people, because it was very small at that time, and we told people that it was going to have a growing influence over the years and become an increasingly important function for our community. And it certainly has, I would say, beyond our fondest expectations. If it weren't for the Community Foundation, it would be much more difficult for us to do the things that we did, like for the Art Museum and for the Symphony. And there's anybody who wants to do something that's going to benefit people over a period of time and doesn't have the time to manage the funds and manage the contributions, the Community Foundation is the way to do it. So it's an increasingly and enormous value to our community. So that means so much to us to have this wonderful award, and we couldn't be more grateful.
Also a proclamation fund, and I'll bring that over to your table. That concludes our awards presentation. Congratulations again to all of the trustees and those involved in Philanthropy Fund and to Attorney Judy Harris. We hope that you'll all stick around while the event continues to congratulate them and say hello to each other. Real quick, save the date for the fall. We'll be meeting again Friday morning of September 13th. We'll be focused on ensuring access to quality child care. That's one of the major initiatives of the Community Foundation right now. And so we'll be hearing from a panel, basically from a workforce lens, talking about this topic, and we'll be partnering with the greater Lehigh Valley Chamber of Commerce on that event. I know it's an important issue for many of those in government. We've been in conversation with Mayor Turk and his office on it. So we hope to see many of you there to learn about this important issue. So September 13th, Friday morning at Homewood Suites. Thank you again all for being here. Congrats again.